Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today is, Sunday, September 14th, 2025. It's a great day to be alive and I haven't talked to you for a while. I've been a little busy doing some stuff. So I thought since summer is pretty much almost over and we're heading into fall, full speed, fall ahead. Not quite Halloween season yet, but we're getting close. We're getting close. For me, I know everyone else is full speed. Hollywood Horror Nights is up, and at Disneyland you have Oogie Boogie Bash is full speed. So, but the Target's halfway there. Well, they're kind of there, and the WalMarts are halfway there too. So I hope we have a fun show today. Some fun things I like to talk about, but first, I just want to do, with the week that we had with September 11th and Charlie Kirk's death, I want to say we need to focus on love, not hate. There's been lots of thoughts going through our heads and lots of emotions. I wasn't a fan of his, but nobody, deserves to nobody deserves to get executed. But I just want to say, finishing that up real quick, and let's treat each other with different opinions, because, like in this world, a lot of us have different opinions on the movies, and some people might think this movie or this TV show is the greatest movie that ever was, and that one person might not like it, or vice versa. Everybody thinks this movie sucks, and a handful of people might like it. Well, let's respect each other's differences. No one's coming out to get us. So, with that said, let's have a fun show today, and let's treat everybody good. So today is football Sunday. I got my football going on in the background. My fantasy's doing good. My Raiders don't play until tomorrow, but this is a majority. I'm watching the studio on one screen, and I'm watching 3 football games on the bottom. But this is, like I said, this is the majority of film and TV channel. So I'll try to stay on topic. And today is also the Emmys. So without further ado, I'm going to go through some of the movies and TV shows that I have seen that are nominated for. I'm just going to go 2 topics. I do a big deal about the Oscars. This is kind of like the Oscars of TV, and the Emmys are just TV only. But what I know is my old college professor at Cal State Bakersfield actually has some Emmys. He won some Emmys, so they have. There's been already been winners of other categories. It's kind of, they don't have all the winners on one night. It's kind of like they announced them the previous week, so you can look that up on Emmys.com or whatever you get your news outlets. Let's just go through this. This is my list. I'm just going to tell you first and foremost, I haven't seen everything on here, but let's talk about the Emmys in the 2 categories. I'm not going to go through actors and actresses. Penguin is up for some awards, and Harrison Ford is up for an award, and I think Martin Scorsese is up for an award. Famous movie director Martin Scorsese. That's wild. All right, I'm going to talk about 2 categories here. 2 categories, and only 2 categories. I'm going to talk about Best Outstanding Drama Series and Outstanding Comedy Series. Emmys likes to split the 2 categories, which sometimes you'll be like, that's a drama, man. What's up with that movie being a comedy series? Like The Bear. People say that's even not funny. Pretty decent year of TV. Without further ado, I'm going to to give you my favorites are Indoor. That's a Star Wars series. It's like that's right after the prequels, right after Obi-Wan Kenobi, and right after Solo movie. You have Andor. Before Rogue One, you can watch a very Godfather, very political, not home. Andor is really good because it's totally adult, a little bit more adult Star Wars story than you usually see, and it was good. It had some slow moments. It's not no lightsabers, no Jedi's, but it was very kind of like the people called it the Game of Thrones with drama of the Star Wars theory series. Um, the Diplomat I can't judge. I heard a lot of good things, but I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to root for that. Oh, the last two movies on best drama, three that I have seen. I haven't seen Paradise. I've seen one episode of The Pit. I have a friend who works in the hospital, so he could tell me. Shout out to you, Adam, Father, Adam. Um, if you if you've seen The Pit, um, let me know if it's realistic. Um, Slow Horses. It looks good. I haven't seen it. The White Locust, I like. It's very kind of vacation vibes, and it's kind of like a weird satire. You can almost put the White Locust on comedy. A lot of actors from that are being nominated. It's also starring Patrick Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. He does good. Jason Isaac, I think, is nominated for that, and a few others. But so I'm rooting mostly for tonight is Andor, and of course the Last of Us was just with science fiction. Last of Us, I can argue, I think it's better. It's based on the video game, obviously PlayStation video game, but Pedro Pascal is cool, and everybody in that entire cast is really great. So I think that could get a chunk of awards tonight. It's not necessarily award season, but this is, the Emmys come in the fall. But I'm rooting for pretty much Andor, Last of Us, and a little bit of White Lotus. Even though I haven't finished the White Lotus, I'm really rooting for the Penguin, and that's not up for the main. It's up for it's a limited series, so it might not get all the main categories. But Colin Farrell and Talatia, forgive me, I can't say her last name. Um, she's very, very good. Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. It's gonna be on the edge. I'm just it should be right here. Give me a second. When I get the Penguin. All right. Whatever. Can't think of her last name. Her last name was an M. She is excellent. She's a beautiful woman. She's my type. She's my type, I have to say. But Colin Farrell, and apparently it's kind of an old show, so. But Colin Farrell's nominated, and I think he should win. Outstanding comedy series. We have Albert Elementary, The Bear, hacks. Nobody wants this. Only murders in the building, shrinking the studio, and what we do in the shadows. I'll just be real front. I think the studio, from what I'm seeing, is the best comedy series. The Bear has won before. Elementary has won before. Hacks won before. Only Murders in the Building has the most familiar cast: Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. I get brain freezes, but I knew who it was. They have won all. Well, Selena Gomez. I think actually I don't think. I think Martin Short has won. This is just on top of my head, but I know that show has been nominated for years and years since episode one on Hulu. But the studio is a Seth Rogen um, production and film or TV shot. What's really cool is shot completely on the Warner Brothers lot. It's completely shot in LA. All the episodes are pretty much shot in LA. If you like TV, if you like movies, if you like cinema, you should watch the studio for a lot of behind the scenes antics and analysts. It is absolutely hilarious, and the idea that they got Ron Howard and Martin Scorsese and all these real filmmakers to be in the studio is absolutely outstanding. And I think the studio, I'm rooting for the studio to win a lot of awards tonight. And I wouldn't mind Only Murders in the Building. Has a good opening. It's kind of like, a fun little Clue series. But the studio and the Bears won a shitload. But I haven't even seen the Bear. I haven't seen one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've seen 7 of the major nominations tonight. Seven TV shows, which is not bad. So I say on drama for sure. I'm doing Andor, Star Wars, pew pew pew, and I'm doing The Last of Us, and I'm rooting for the studio. Gotta say, the studio is presented well. The opening credits are very short, but get the main titles. It's filmed kind of like a documentary, a commentary, and let's hope it wins a lot tonight. So the studio, The Last of Us, The Penguin, and Andor. That's that for the 2025 Emmys. And there you go. There you have it. That's my rundown. Before we end, let's talk about a little bit of a classic movie and a classic book. One from 1976 in the movie. Actually, the book is a Stephen King book. So this is my classic literature recommendation. This book came out in 1974, and the movie came out in 1976. The director has directed Scarface and a whole bunch of other classic movies. I'm talking about the one and only Brian De Palma, Brian De Palma. And his birthday, and I don't post a lot. I try not to post a lot on September 11th, just to have it more of a symbol. I don't know. It feels weird to be too entertaining on that day, even though it's been a while. So I just don't like to post too much on that day. But on September 11th was his birthday. And that's Carrie. So this is my 1976 This is my horror recommendation, my classic movie recommendation for the week. And it has some very interesting topics. You deal with religion, or extreme religion, which in many cases, some of us feel there's people that are, or the whole nation, a lot of nations extremely religious. You go on TikTok, you have doomsday people, you have Jesus is coming back tomorrow people, you have it's the end of the world people on TikTok. And her mother was very religious. And it has some questions of, have you ever rooted for the villain or the bad guy to win? And who's the villain and the bad guy? It's is Carrie actually a bad person? She got bullied to like nobody else. I mean, this movie reminds me of the Corn video from 2002. Thoughtless, high school bullying, revenge. There's people can see parallels from school shootings when you watch this because all the students get killed. I'm not doing spoilers. I mean, this is a 1976 movie, so for all of you who have seen it, this is a big, big film. And just think about this film a little bit. Stephen King has a new movie, or new adaptation. Stephen King has a new movie out. This came out last Friday called The Long Walk, starring Mark Hamill. Kind of like a Hunter Games kind of film. But this film is a classic because it does deal with bullying, and it does ask you, are the people that carry, is revenge. We talked about what we know, we all know what happened with this week, but is revenge because you were picked on justified? Is revenge because you were bullied justified? And I think we should all know the answer to that. But I would recommend this for horror fans. It takes place in spring, not necessarily a fall film for those who like in the elements. I also recommend the book. I read it about 3 years ago. I haven't read it in a while. I don't want to reread it. It is pretty much the same story from, I recall, the movie adaptation with Brian De Palma, and of course, happy birthday on September 11th, Brian De Palma, was Carrie. And there's a new version in 2013, but this one is a classic. It has John Travolta in it, young John Travolta. Actually, prior to Saturday Night Live, or Saturday Night Fever, Saturday Night Fever, and Grease, one of John Travolta's first films is Carrie. And that's the classic cinema of 1976 that I think would be very relevant to watch today. And you can analyze about, have you ever cheered for the person doing bad things in the movie? Analyze your own mental state, I guess. So that's my classic cinema. We went over the Emmys. Let's go Endor. Let's go The Last of Us. Let's go White Lucas. Let's go The Studio. Shrinking. I've seen 2 episodes of Shrinking. Harrison Ford's nominated tonight, by the way. Harrison Ford has never been nominated, I believe, for an Emmy. Lots of Oscar nominations, but Harrison Ford should be there tonight. And that's about my 20 minutes of my usual time. Got 3 football games going on. My Raiders play tomorrow. Let's go Raider Nation, baby. Let's get that win over the Chargers, the LA Chargers. I mean, I'm going to be rooting for LA tonight in the Emmys, because the Emmys take place in Los Angeles. But I'll definitely be rooting for Las Vegas tomorrow. All right. So, and I think my next video will be maybe an analyzation of the Emmys on Tuesday. Tomorrow's Monday Night Football. I'll be way occupied with that. I'll be cheering and fist pumping and all that insane stuff. But I haven't made a video in a while. I thought I'd just get on here and just ramble away and have some fun and be part of this universe of YouTubers. So yes, it's 20 minutes exactly, almost 3 minutes exactly. And there you have it. Thank you for watching another episode of The World According to Lonza, and I will talk to you all later.